Am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
Someone speak.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, okay, okay. I get you. Thanks. Yeah, I just increased. So I'm not going to keep you guys here for long. I'll start with the setups that I've been doing. That is for Geo, where I don't know how many pips we got, but I haven't really checked. But I got a very nice pip run, and I hope you guys can see the screen. So this is my screen is up now. So this is how my chart looks like right now. I've been having an amazing week since, and this is where Geo stands right now. Yeah, we got it from down here and took it till this point. Till this point, this is the far time frame. 15 minutes, it looks something like this. So this was the setup that I shared in the group. Okay, I shared that setup. These are 246 pips that we bugged, and currently the market is in a retracement. But news is coming up in a few minutes, I think. I don't know if it's today, but I think I checked today. So I'll go ahead and explain this setup and where it came from, to make it easy for everyone else. So, guys, you see, last week I sent a setup on Geo on Friday. The first setup didn't work out. Now, that was private. I mean, that was public. You can go and check the group and you see the setup that I sent. And this is the loss that we took. But then I sent out another and told you guys I'm going in again. This is the loss. But then I told you guys this was NFP, right? I told you guys I'm going in again, but the week came and ended here. It ended around, so it ended here. It ended there. This was the end of the week. So this new week comes up. Monday is Easter. We don't trade. But Tuesday, listen, in trading, you have to tell a story. You have to tell a story. Tell a story that this market came from here, it went here and went here, and this is where I expect it to go. Okay, not 100%, but this is where it's likely to go. The market broke out of this movement, of this trend line. Trend lines are the basic things that help me just determine the trend. You know, only that. That's all I use for determining the trend. So this breakout happens. You can see that there's action on this psychological level. Breakout happens and it comes here, but we have no retest. I'm on the 1 hour time frame. We have no retest, and when the market begins to drop, we get the retest here, and you can even see how the volume increases. Immediately the market comes back here. We have this volume momentum starting to go up. So the reason why the market failed on NFP is it just failed. I was anticipating a buy because the market had given us this retest, so I expected the market to continue with its voyage. But then, when the market came back here, now this was Monday, I waited for Monday to happen so that I see if it breaks below this point or this point, or breaks above. Now, if it had broken below, I would be skeptical because now it would have broken a new low that it had formed. But immediately I saw this movement and I saw momentum kicking in here. I waited for Tuesday. The market had formed highs and lows of the week. Now, some of these things are part of the strategy. I need to explain them in depth, but some of the guys know it. Michael and Mark, and let me see who else has joined in from the private group. So we have this pushback and we have a retracement here. This retracement is touching a high and low of the week. And you can see how the market immediately shifted and started creating bulls. So this was the signal for the buy. And if you go to the 15-minute time frame, you're going to see so many reasons as to why. Remember, we first had this pump, then the market came back, and it started playing on a psychological level, not breaking below this point. Now, some people use demand, they'll find there's a demand zone here, on the 1 hour time frame. There's a big demand, this demand zone. And you can see the market just stayed there, and then There's a trend line. I've not even added the strategy that we introduced this year to combat how the market was moving. No, I did not. I just came here and did this. I drew this trend line. And I was so skeptical. I want to show you something. You see where they say trend line bounce? I want to show you the trend line bounce here. So when the market, okay. So when the market came, I don't know why it's giving me this view, but let me just reset it again. Click the screen. Oh, I know why, because it's too high now. I'll just do this and explain to you guys. So you see when the market pumped and touched this point, I was like, oh my god, the trend line is holding. But I remembered one thing that is always in the rules of trend line trading. If there is no other confluence as to why this trend line is there and why you think the market is going to drop, which is a 4 out of 4, there is no reason as to why you would be scared that it's retracing. So immediately I saw this thing and there was a break of structure right here. So I was so confident that the market is going to get more momentum to go back. So you can see also there is break of structure here to the upside and also this one. So when it came back to sweep liquidity, I was so confident. So I held on. It formed all the structure it was doing here, and then it just started pumping. And when it broke above this was the result. When the market breaks above an area that has been holding, you're going to know that momentum is going to come from nowhere, you know. And let me tell you, if GU makes this whole move, if GU makes this whole pullback up to here, I'll just watch, because once it breaks above this, it's going to repeat this whole momentum. I want you guys to witness this. If this market comes back below this line like this and plays around and comes back to this point and breaks it, you're going to see this same kind of momentum stretching you out back to the upside. I just want you guys to study it and see. I just want you guys to study it and see. Once we have that pullback, it's going to be a rally, a serious rally, you know. So it always happens on GEO. Let me show you one point here. Let me just get an easy point. Just in the past where there's momentum. Now you see this momentum here. Let's say you see the market broke this point. It broke this point. And it made this pullback. It spent a lot of time playing around down here. But the momentum that it came with back to the upside, you can see how it just came and thrashed this resistance like it wasn't even there and went up to this point. So if you ask me, if we have that pullback, my TP will be here, but I'll stack a lot if it gives me confirmation at this point. So right now, yes, it's difficult. You may not have a pullback. You may just play around here. I don't know if there is a chart that I'm from sending in the group. I don't know if it has hit that stop loss, but the stop loss was a break even, and I don't really, it hit it. And I'm not even angry that it did because I already made sufficient profit to keep me running, But if I want to get another setup in this small part, I can do it. All I need to do is I can mark out this point. And if it plays around here and breaks above here, I know it will come back here. But chances are high we may have a very slow week. We may have a very slow movement here for the next few days. But if in case we do have a good movement, the market is going to glide towards a new trend line. This is trend line trading without even those the other strategies that me and these guys use, So if we have this break, it will glide towards, let me say, this point, which can happen next week. Very possible. Let me see. Because we're already on Wednesday. Let me count. These are 1 day and 4 hours, the 15 minutes. Yeah. Anyway, it's a small movement. It can glide to here, and we have another pump. But on Friday, it has to face where the market began from. Guys, I know I trade G a lot, so at times they're just repeated patterns. Don't mind me. you know. Now let's go to Audi JPY, the setup that I sent, and this is what I sent out to the public group. I don't know if you guys took it, but it was an easy one. Like literally, it was very easy. That's why I shared it. I just wanted something that is not so complex. And you can see that I told you when the market breaks such points, if you just say consolidation, I just buy. It happens as well, just buy. After a break and it plays around like just buy the market, you know. Of course, at times it will beat you, that's the truth. But I hope everyone just had a good profit pressure with this because I sent it out and I sent it out at a very good time. You know? So it's doing the same thing. We want it to glide back maybe to this area and we shall see where it will go from here. I'm having a setup here on Chef and it's currently not playing in my favor. It is currently still in profit, but we're having that retracement. I'm not really scared because we have a break of trend line, you know, and this pullback is just coming to touch another trend line. And we had a major break. Look at this inverse head and shoulders. This inverse head and shoulders. Now, oh, Timothy doesn't know how to trade, but we shall go through it. Everyone has a starting point. You see this head and shoulders pattern? So your entry, I found it late, but as I let it break, give me a retest. And this is the setup that I want us to watch for tomorrow. Don't enter tonight. Wait for 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. to if we have confirmation here. You can enter the market, but I want you to be skeptical. My stop loss is way below here because this market has a chance of even coming right below here before we have this. Because now it has formed head and shoulders. So for us to invalidate this head and shoulders, we have to get something really, really good with pressure to push this market. Yeah. So I don't want to make analysis so complicated, but that's literally it. Let's see other pairs. I don't trade gold because it's just not for me. You know, just not for me. And I'm sure it's falling faster than GU. Look, it's already retracing the whole move it made. So these pairs are interesting. I trade them too, but rarely. Just look at, but you can see how I've marked out. Like it's like I'm already ready. I missed out this one, but look at what I was explaining. Pound pairs, pound pairs. Look, it broke here, came back, and the same momentum, the same, the same momentum happened. So if we have a pullback here, it's common with pound pairs. We're going to have serious momentum to the upside. You have to just be ready for that, guys. Or we may have a stretch down to the downside here, and I wish it does, and will meet this trend line. Now, this is not the whole strategy. There are things that we add, but at least I'm giving you a perspective of how you can handle this market, at least to some point. You know, at least to some point, you can handle this market. Guys, don't mind about this whole mess. It's because I want to take in as many points as possible. If we have this pullback, it will be very nice. You know, very nice. Or if we can put it there for security. But you have to know that this is the 4-hour time frame and you have a very big gap. This is the whole gap for you to determine what your chart is doing. You know? So it's better to just to avoid trading in this area and just wait for it above here because it has to fly back to this area. That's how pound pairs move. Let's see another pair. This one is one I've been watching. I sell. Been watching it myself because it's in a major downtrend. Oh, GU was in a major downtrend, and it's still in a major downtrend, you know. But now it's broke some structure, but it has failed to break this one. This is the one that was supposed to tell us that the trend has changed, but it has failed. So it's still a downtrend, my guys. Still a downtrend. I'm not saying look for, but still a downtrend, and this is what is being printed here. Actually, news is coming up, right? Let me check. If news is coming up, we can see that we can get out something. I don't know if we used to have a live thread with someone. Was it Bidan? No, not Bidan. Forex Factory. We have news today. Oh, we have news, but these are minutes. These are minutes of the previous FOMC, so I don't really think it's going to impact the market. But um, a sell would happen. It would be a nice one if it's coming back to this area. Like from here, we would have a quick sell. Oh, let me see. We'd have a quick sell here if there's a, I mean, a bearish divergence here. Let's see. There's a nice. Okay, it's tight. It's tight, so it's skeptical. It's a low probability setup. I'm talking alone, but I just hope you guys are there. I would try out something like this. Stop loss is very risky, so I'll just put it at 20 pips. So because I know the market has a probability of just touching, playing around here. So it's better to defend yourself. You can decrease the lot size, but chances are high that if we break below here, we may have this market touch this point. You know, yeah, pullback is possible, but it won't be so strong. It won't be so strong. These are the pairs that have been enjoying. Look at this sell. Oh my god. Look at this sell. This is a sell, guys. This is a sell. I'm going to enter this one. It's risky because it's late, but okay, let's go to a lower time frame and get a better selling opportunity. But this is a very good sell. And the guys who know the strategy know this is our defense. It's going to be our defense. If the market rises so fast and comes back above here, fast close. But this is a very good sell. Jeez. Just look at that. Look at that. I'm going to sell. Let's try it, guys. I like showing you guys it's possible that you can get a sell. Don't go with your whole account. Just get something small. I'm going to go in for a quick sell. Even though it seems like it has left me, but I'll just risk it. Yeah. I'm going to risk $50. Let's see. Take profit is going to be, I don't know. Let's just wait and see. But if it does a retracement, for guys who are skeptical, I don't know if Byro was here. If Byro was here, he would tell me he likes taking, he's always skeptical in these hours. But if we have a pullback for the guys who are skeptical, watch the fibs. Watch the fibs. If it comes and touches here, you can enter a sell. So yeah, is anyone still here? I see that some guys, so which is good. So that's it, guys. That's it. Some guys dropped off because I don't know why, but yeah. Here is people always drop off. And all you're supposed to do is never drop off. Even though you start 10,000, you may reach when you're only 500. That's what you're supposed to know. But you have to stick on it. You have to be tough. You have to be a hard guy. This is why I'm calling. I think this sell too. This one happened yesterday. But you can see that we are not basing off of just random tactics. Yeah. So guys, that's it. I promise not to go too long. I don't know if there are any questions for me before we call it a day. You can just raise your hand. If there are none, let's see how the market does its thing. Let's see how the market does it. Okay, Mark, they see you unmuted, but I can't hear you. Mark, can't hear you, man. This Byro, Byro is not here because he works late night. But he paid for sessions. We always have sessions with him. He shows up. He shows up every week. We have sessions with him. At least I try to show up. I respect people's money a lot. I always show up. Always. So I can't hear Mark. I don't know if he just unmuted, but I think that's it for today, guys. Let's just go and see how the market works out for us. I'm going to also save this screenshot to see to be a testimony for those who, if we make money. If we don't, I'm going to still send it out because I'm not a coward. So, good night, everyone. Thank you for showing up.